Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Everyone. Today we're going to be looking at importing data with SQL. So let's get started. So throughout the rest of the series, we're going to be using a couple different databases. And so I kind of want to show you guys how to go about importing in kind of a whole database into MySQL. So first off, let's go on and actually show where we can get data. And so one place that we're going to be going through is using the MySQL documentation page. Okay, and if you go down and you can see that down here, oh, let me zoom in a little bit, there are some example databases in here. We'll probably be going through at some point in time and using all of these databases. So I'm gonna just kind of show you guys how to go on and download those. Now, one thing you can go on and is just click this zip file and just download it and then move it to wherever you want. But I find that to be highly inefficient. So I'm going to go on and copy the link, and then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to open up my terminal. Come on now, open up. There we go. And I'm going to go on and put it where I want it. So I have a file that I know where I want it to be. So let's do cd documents, data science for everyone. And then I'm going to put it in my SQL project. Now, here's the thing. I already have all of this in here. So I'm going to go on and remove everything in there. And then let me also remove this as well because we're going to also be re-downloading that. Okay, so to go on and download this link, okay, again, right click on it, make sure to copy the link, go over, and then I'm going to use wget, and I'm going to paste in the that URL to the zip file. I'm going to hit that and it will take a couple seconds to download it. And if I do ls here, we can see that again that Sequila database.zip is in there. And this Sequila database is actually kind of like a DVD rental database. And so let's go on and actually show you guys kind of how to unzip that. Now again, you can use your normal unzipping tool, go and double click on it, do all of that stuff. But again, I prefer to just do unzip here and then do the Sequila DB. And again, if I look here, now there is a Sequila DB database there. And I'm going to go on and actually go about doing all of this stuff just from the command line because it's honestly it's a little bit simpler. I'm going to go on and remove this zip because again, I kind of want to keep everything clean. So now you can see here that it is just that database there. And so I'm going to go on and cd into the Sequila database, and then we can actually look in what we have here. So there are a couple different files here. We are going to basically only be using two of these files. We're going to use the schema file to kind of create up the schema. That's the first file that we want to use. And then the second file we're going to be using is this Sequila .data file, and that's going to be creating and populating the database. We're not going to even look at them, okay? Just telling you, I'm not going to look at them because, again, I don't want you guys to be kind of overwhelmed with all of that information on the forefront. I'm going to just show you guys how to go about installing this particular database. Now, one thing is I'm hoping that you guys have already started using the got used to some of the command line tools like we've shown before. So I'm going to use pwd to grab this working directory, and I'm also going to make this full screen, and I'm going to say also ls so that I know that these are the ones that I'm going to be using. I'm going to copy this, okay, so that we're going to be able to use it. Now I'm going to go on and MySQL-u ds for everyone, because again this is the login that I'm going to be using today. Again, you guys can maybe, if you want to, you can do it in your root directory or something else, that's fine. But again, I want to do it inside of here. Let me clear the command line a little bit. And then the next thing that we're going to want to do is use the source function in here, okay? And we want to use this to execute the Sequila, Sikila, and then this both of the schema .sql file, and whoops, and that's not going to work because I didn't use source. Didn't spell source correctly. Okay, there's an R in there. So, and you can notice here that it ran everything. Then the next thing that we want to do is we want to source in here, and we want to use the Sakila dot dash what? We want data.sql. Okay, we'll run that as well, and you can see that everything kind of ran okay. Now we need the next, oops, not clear. The next thing that we need to do is kind of confirm that the database was actually created. Okay, so we can use Sakila, and then here it says database changed. Okay, that's telling us that it's working. Now the next thing that we want to do in here is to make sure to show full tables. Okay, and then you should get this nice big print out here kind of telling us that, oh yes, you have all of the tables going. You can see that some of these are base tables, some of these are views. Now let's also just to make sure that we know everything is working correctly, let's also do a select count from, and let's do film. Okay, and that should have 1000. The next thing that we want to do is select count, and let's grab another one from film text. Run that, and again we get 1000. All right, perfect. So now we have this database actually downloaded, and we know that we can use it. Now one more thing we're going to do is we're going to go on and exit out of this. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to close this, and we're going to go on and get a hold of and create up a new connection, okay, for this database, because later on we will be using this inside of our inside of this environment. Okay, so I'm going to go on and change this to DS for everyone. I'm going to go and create and use my password in here, and I'm going to give it some sort of name, DS for SQL tutorial series. I'm going to go on and create that, and if you notice here, because we created it with this particular login, okay, we actually have that Sakila database here, and we can go on and again, just to make sure everything's working correctly, let's do something like select count, and again, this is just proof of concept, okay, that it works. Going to run this, and again, we should see our count popping up. All right, and we do see our count popping up. So this is going to be just a quick video again showing you guys how to pull in and install databases, okay? I hope you guys like this. If you did, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.